Hey everyone, so I'm back today and I'm going to be filming a Valentine's Day get ready with me style video. This is a look you can wear out with your boyfriend or your girlfriends. So if you like to see how I get this look, then keep watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will show you guys how I did this whole little makeup look. Alright, bye. Okay guys, so I'm going to start off with doing my foundation. The foundation I'm going to be using for this look is the Marc Jacobs. This is a Remarkable foundation. I've been using this for the past year and I love this foundation, so I'm going to use this one. It comes in like a dropper style, so I usually just apply it directly to my skin. And I have my eyebrows put on ready. I use the Anastasia Brow Wiz, and then afterwards, after the whole look, I go in with my Benefit, the Gimme Brow Gel. But yeah, this dries really quickly, so I try to get this in my skin as quick as I can. The shade is a little bit yellow for me right now, but once I get everything on, it doesn't look so bad. So yeah, I love this foundation. The only thing is, if my skin is really feeling like parched and really dry, I wouldn't recommend this for anybody like that. I would probably recommend the other Marc Jacobs foundation. I forgot what that one is called. It's more of a lightweight, but I'll link them both down below. So yeah, so I'm just doing a natural look, like I always do for Valentine's Day specifically. I don't think guys like so much makeup on females, so if you can go in as naturally as you possibly can, if you're going out on a date or even if you're just going out with the girls, I think in my personal preference, natural is always best. So yeah, I like that foundation. And then right after that, I always go in with concealer. This is just the process that I do. I'm not saying this is the best way, but I might speed through some of these parts just so I don't want this to be forever long. And I am talking to you guys, so this might take longer. So I use the MAC Pep and Prime. This is the highlighter light boost, and I like this to lighten the under eye area. And then I'm using the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer, and the shade that I use is MC30. And this just really brightens my under eye. I have been trying to get my hands on the Tarte Shape Tape, but it's been sold out. The color that I need, it's been sold out at my Ulta and online, so I haven't been able to get my hands on it. But this one works best for me. I've used this for the past year, and honestly, like, I can't complain. I really like the way this looks. So I just use the pointy end of my beauty blender to just blend this in my under eye, and as you can see, it leaves my under eye area really bright. Obviously you have to blend this in a little bit more so it's not so like stark intense. And then the excess, I just place the excess on my lids, and that just brightens that area as well. So yeah, I spilled a little bit on myself of the Pro Longwear. I need to get a new one of that. But right after that, I use the Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I just bought this recently. You guys saw this in my like Christmas haul. But yeah, this is the mini version of it. I just put some on the cap, and then I grab one of my e.l.f. brushes. This is the e.l.f. blush brush, and I find this best to place powder underneath my eyes because it's small enough to fit in there. So I just place my brush in there, and then just buff that in really quick. And then the same in the under eye. The other eye. I don't know if they said under eye or other eye. And then I just put some on my eyelids as well, just to mattify that. And then I put some, because I get oily, my most oily is like right in my T-zone, so I place some of that powder there. But honestly, I don't really place any powder anywhere else on my face because I typically have dry skin around the other areas, so I don't want to make that accentuate those areas with dry powder. So that's basically the only other areas I put setting powder or the translucent powder. But I will put some usually underneath my contour. So the contour that I typically use is the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, and I use the middle bottom shade, and obviously you can see I'm almost like out of that, so I need to grab a new one. I don't know if they sell this individually. If you guys know, please let me know. But I use my IT Cosmetics Velvet Luxe Soft Focus Sculpting Brush, and this is my favorite brush for contouring. So I don't want this to be too intense. Again, you want this to be kind of subtle. Guys don't really like girls with too much makeup. I'm not trying to say that, like, but my boyfriend's opinion matters to me, so I'm not gonna like really cake my face out all the time, especially if we're going out on a date, if I know he doesn't really like that. So yeah, I'm fairly pale right now, so that looks really intense, but I promise I'm going to blend that out. And I put some underneath my chin, because you don't want that double chin. And then I take that down a little bit to contour my neck. And it doesn't do anything like crazy ridiculous, but it chisels out my neck. So you can see I have more of an accentuated jawline and cheekbones, but I'm obviously going to blend this out because you don't want to leave this like that. So I just use my powder brush by Real Techniques, and I just go in and blend that out a bit. And my techniques aren't the best. I'm not saying that they are. I don't claim to be like a makeup artist or anything like that. This is just stuff that I use, and maybe it might be helpful to any of you. So anyway, this is more or less my like everyday makeup. I don't really do crazy makeup all the time, so this is more what I've been doing lately and the products I've been using. So after that, after the Kat Von D Shade and Light, I go in with my Grwm Terracotta Bronzer, and this is their bronzing powder. It's very pricey, but I love this stuff. It has a bit of shimmer, but I don't really notice it on my cheeks too much, and I usually put highlighter on anyway, so I don't see really the difference. But the color I use is 03, and I just take my Sigma large angled contour F40 brush, and I just like swirl it around and tap off the excess. I always do that with every powder. And then you see how that made that contour a bit softer and warmer, and it just warms up my face a bit more and gives me some color. So again, I do the same thing, and honestly a lot of these products are like some of my favorites, so you're seeing kind of like the best of the best for me. And I just bronze up my face. Like I put some on my nose, get some on my cheeks, and this is just to warm up my face, not to contour. This is just warming up the edges of my face. So yeah, it makes me look a little bit less like pale, gives me a little bit of color, and gives my cheeks some shape. So then right after that, I usually go in with a highlight, and lately I've been using this. I've been just trying it out. I don't know if I really love this that much, but this is the Sephora Luminizing palette that I showed you guys in my Christmas haul. I'm not sure how I feel about this, honestly. I think it's nice, but I don't think it's as intense as I want it to be. So I usually use this top middle shade, and it's kind of like a golden highlight, and I just pop that onto my cheeks. I don't know if you guys can see the difference. Not sure if my lights are washing me out a bit. I need a better lighting and camera situation. Usually I just kind of wing it and try my best to get what looks kind of the best to me. but I really need to get like a better lighting situation. I'm using daylight, regular daylight, and a smaller light behind me just to reflect light off of the wall. It's not directed at my face or anything like that. But yeah, so I use that highlight, and sometimes I use this bottom one as well. In the warmer months, I think this will be really nice to use. And it's a pretty highlight. I wouldn't say it's too subtle because you can see that. But it's not anything crazy. And honestly, I haven't been really using blush lately. Just bronzer and highlight. And I kind of like it. Like, I think it's a bit softer of a look. Nothing intense. So then right when I'm done with that, I'm basically done with my face kind of. And then I'll go in and I'll do a little bit of an eye look. Nothing too crazy. I usually use my Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. This is my favorite eye palette because I don't do any crazy looks with this. So the color that I'm going to use is this one right here. Honestly, I don't know what color that is in the palette, but if you have this palette, then you already know which it is. But yeah, I'm using that color. I just dropped something. I'm all over the place. Using that color, and I use a Sigma E40, and I just tap that in, tap some excess, and I just put that in my crease area and blend it out. This is probably very similar to all my other YouTube get ready with me's, but honestly, like, I don't really do much. Maybe one day I'll go into depth on what I do on my shimmery eye look. I think I'll do that sometime soon for a little more intense look. But honestly, date night, I feel like you're supposed to do something really soft and kind of romantic. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Even when I go out with the girls, I want to look like my most natural self. I'm not the type of girl that likes to do like crazy smoky eyes and all of that. Not all the time, at least. If it's like a special event, sure. But honestly, if I'm going out to dinner with my boyfriend or going out for drinks with my friends, I'm not gonna like go all out with my eye makeup unless we're dressed to the nines, like in dresses and stuff like that, which typically we go to bars. So honestly, I'm not gonna like go crazy and try to look like something that's really not me. Anyway, the mascara I typically use lately is the Voluminous Carbon Black by L'Oreal. I had a different combination that was my favorite. It was a Too Faced Better Than Sex, mixed with the Roller Lash by Benefit. I like those two together, but I honestly didn't pick any of those up, so hopefully I can pick some of those up soon. But they're kind of pricey to double like two mascaras just to get the look that you're going for. Honestly, I could just probably use the Better Than Sex alone, but I like the two mixed. So usually if I can get a mini of the Roller Lash and then just buy a full size of the Better Than Sex, that typically will work out for me. I've been recently using castor oil for my lashes, and I've been noticing a slight difference. I don't put it on every night. Oh, got a little on my face. Don't we all make that ugly face every time we're doing mascara? If you hear noise outside, it's snowing today. Again, it's snowing today, and there's like plows going through my block. Is that a New York thing to say? Like my block instead of like my street? Am I like being stupid or like, am I thinking that correctly? I feel like that's a thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. So I put a little bit of mascara, and then lately I've been doing wing liner, and the one that I've been loving is the Kat Von D tattoo liner. And I also showed this in my Christmas haul video. And because I don't do intense eye makeup, I make sure my winged liner is like bold enough. Especially if I'm going out. So yeah, I'm gonna do the other eye and I'll probably cut this part short. But that's my wings. My angel wings. So the lip combination I've been using recently is the NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner in London. I love this color. This is amazing, and I'll be showing this in a haul probably right after this. I'm gonna film that. And then the ColourPop Lippy Stick in Hotline. I love this. And the ColourPop like lip gloss in WeHo. So yeah, I've been loving this trio. And I would probably do a red lip with this too. This is a little bit more feminine. Not that red isn't. I just feel like if you're going to be kissing your boyfriend or your date on New Year's, on New Year's, you hear me? On Valentine's Day, this is maybe a little bit appropriate. Maybe I would wear red if I was going out with the girls, which I am this weekend, and I will be vlogging that also. But yeah, then my lips have been insanely dry recently because of the weather, so that's why I usually pop on a lip gloss on top. Plus, I've been preferring shinier lips versus matte. You know how we go through those phases and stuff like that. And then usually right after I pop on lip gloss, I will throw on extra highlight on top where my Cupid's bow area is. And my lighting is getting a little bit yellow because the sun has kind of gone down on me. But yeah, this is the look. So if you wanted to, you can go a little bit smokier with the eyes or just do like more glittery eye or a red lip. But I think this is a good basis for kind of like a nice night out with your boyfriend or your girlfriends. So yeah.